So, oh, Woogie, the story of Woogie. Woogie's my childhood friend, and like we grew up together, you know, and we may have
Grew apart, had to part with our own ways. You chose the dope game. My microphone.
grew apart, went our own ways, but that's um that's not what the case is. The case is that you're still somebody that's in your circle. This is still somebody that's in your circle, whether on Facebook or in the real world. He's still someone that's in your circle. So it's been brought to my attention by the divine, maybe in 2018, maybe 2019. It was around somewhere around that time, and the divine told me that he kept trying to contact me. He kept trying to inbox me and trying to get information from me. He just kept trying to inbox me. So the divine was telling me like, yo, do not trust him. He's with those people. And to kind of brush him off, I would try to avoid him. Like I would avoid, you know, contacting him. I would avoid responding to anything. Like if he inboxed me on Facebook, I would like avoid because he wouldn't want anything. First, he went by John Smith. I didn't know who John Smith was because I don't think that's his real name. Maybe it could be. Who knows? But that's the name that he used on Facebook. He used John Smith, and he always was trying to contact me. But you knew that he was up to something. He was up to something by somebody, or somebody was sending him to do something to get some sort of information from you. So one day on the street, and he came up to me and he told me something like, you know, because he stutters when he talks. He has some sort of, you're not talking about him. You're not trying to slander him. You're not trying to kick his back in, but he has some sort of disability. I'm not sure whether it's reading. He can't read or he can't write something. So it's one of those that he can't do. I know it's one of them. And we had we was in confinement together at one point in time, and we even had a song that we was working on, and he came up with the hook, and it was why these informants. This is like in 1998 now, but this is how the hook goes. This is no. Whenever I come in here, whenever you see me on this app or any app, this is sincerity. But I don't have no reason to lie to nobody. But we had a hook. It was why these informants trying to get me, G? Is you with me? Let's ride and go all out against society. That was the hook that he came up with, and because he knew I used to rhyme and he wanted to rhyme with me. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is somebody that's amongst your circle. This is why you're able to tell this. This is the God honest truth. But that was the hook. Why these informants trying to get me, G? Is you with me? Let's ride and go all out against society. So now, fast forward, I ran into him on the streets. This was after I knew that, the divine was telling me like, yo, avoid him at all costs because he's with those people. And I seen him and he was telling me about like God. And he was like, God of this world is really like the devil. Like the people who think God is like, God is, but that's really the devil who they're talking about. I kind of undermined him, and at this time, I believe that he was, he lost all his money doing something. Like he was hustling. He was a drug dealer, and he lost all his money doing something. and I had money. I believe I had gave him some bread. I believe I did. And this was in front of this was on Broadway in front of when he was staying with his baby mother, and before I knew who she was, this is where he was staying at. So fast forward from that time, now we're dealing with his the mother of his children's sister. Is me and her have relations now. So she told me, like, Woogie is said that you mess with little girls, and this is, Woogie. This is my people. Now, I don't mess with no little girls, but there's a people that want you to seem like you're somebody that you're not, but I had no idea who it was. So I started to look at, what's going on with Woogie. Who is Woogie in cahoots with? So you find out that he's in cahoots with, right here on this page, you'll see that he's in cahoots with the Satanic International Network. And then it says that he's an Illuminati recruit officer, or he likes that Illuminati recruitment officer, or something like that. He likes these pages. So if you like these pages, these are things that you're interested in or that you're associated with in some form. I'm not going to like no Illuminati or Satanic International or no sin. I'm not going to like their page. I'm not going to like nothing that I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in none of that stuff. So I wouldn't have no reason for me to click on a like or like their page, but this is something that it said that he was, associated with. So I end up confronting him. I end up confronting the people that he be amongst. And when I did that, it got back to him. So when it got back to him, I'll go somewhere and he shows up there. Matter of fact, if I'm looking at something online, say I was looking at this herringbone online, and people in Jersey with herringbones is like, this is old school things. People wear Cuban links up here. So I seen that he had a herringbone on, and I was just looking at the same kind of herringbone. They're like, yo, when I seen him, he had a herringbone on. But I confronted him, and he was trying to tell me, like, nah, I didn't say you. I said Tashi. I didn't say. I thought she said she was messing with Tashi. But you got to understand. I already knew years ago that he was in cahoots with somebody or something that was trying to make me seem like I'm somebody that I'm not. I already knew that. So whatever he's saying, it has no merit, because I already know that there's a people set up to try to assassinate somebody's character, because you are who you actually are. They are not, but they are trying to put on the costume or the disguise as these particular beings, but they're not that. They're simply not that. That is not in their heart. They might be in their mind. They might have the knowledge of it, but the spirit of it is not in them. That's the juicy nectar of it. This is why I made that video telling people that you're not the knowledge that you have. You're the spirit that's operating behind that knowledge. So he was trying to ease his way out of that. And I didn't say that. I was talking about Tashi. I didn't know she said Yoshi-iye. Nah, bruh. Nah, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't play with you like that, Kato. I wouldn't say that about you, bruh. But I know. And at this time, there used to be this Asian dude, and he had Illinois' license plate. And everywhere I went, he was always there, spying on me. He was always there, watching me, always. Anytime I pulled up at a gas station, it'd be that Chinese dude. You can't not identify a Chinese guy with a white car with Illinois plates, you know? But he was always there wherever I was. And that day when we was talking, when we had our conversation, he was recording that. The Chinese guy. So to throw the dirt, to throw the focal off of him, he started telling me about the girl, like the girl and her mother was with the Illuminati. He was like, yo, they in the Illuminati, yo, they in the Illuminati anyway. She don't listen to nothing. She say she's in the Illuminati. But when you go on his page, it's right. I just showed you. When you go on his page, it says that he's interested or involved in some sort of fashion with the Illuminati. Now, he's not a smart guy. He may have some sort of street smarts though from his street dealing or his upbringing. He may have some street smarts, but like I said, it's something he can't do. One of them. Either he can't read or he can't write. Maybe he can't do both of them. I don't know. But I do know this about him. And he used to be a Blood, and then he turned into a Crip. So this was like a whole thing with amongst the Bloods out there, like, Woogie, he's a fake Blood, he Crip now. This is one of the things amongst them. He's like a confused guy. So I recently got a friend request from him, probably about a month and some change ago. And his name now is Wahoo. And he's bearing the double ankh that you see these Sabians or Nuwambians or whatever they call themselves. He's bearing that symbol as if he's a part of that now. But he's in cahoots with the Freemasons. He has an interview with this guy. He called himself King Henry. And King Henry looks like the guy, he could be the same guy, that when I went to the funeral that time and I saw all the Masons, how I knew that the Masons was targeting me. He looks like the guy that said, hey, ain't that Yoshi? And pulled out his phone and started recording me, and pulled out his phone and just started recording me. So why does that not nerve in people that sees this, whether you're a Mason, whether you're whoever you are? If I'm wrong, you can correct me. But if I'm right and you see that these things are transpiring and you don't offer any kind of that this is happening to you by people that are saying that they're associated with this, let me go and address this stuff. But as opposed to you continue to let this thing go on when you know that I'm telling you the truth, when you know that, as opposed to you coming to me or confronting me on certain things that just I may be wrong about, or you're just not agreeing with, or you might not agree with them. Say, hey man, let me go and address these people. That's wrong, bruh. They shouldn't be doing that to you. Let me find out something. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see something. But all these things go unaddressed and just unaddressed. But now he's bearing the double ankh that you see the brother Hotep Amun wearing, the same ankh, the same double ankh. And who or what is your purpose or your plight for trying to make me seem like I'm somebody that I'm not? What is your purpose for going around slandering or trying to make a person that's or not supporting somebody? What is your purpose for doing that? Because all on YouTube, I know that it's staged people These people are staged and put here. These aren't genuine people that are giving you this knowledge. You know, because what I do know is that the biblical stories are real stories. You know, the biblical stories are real. These are real events. When it comes to Jesus and Judas, they can only get people from your circle to violate you. Like they can only get people amongst you in your immediate circle to crush you. This is the ways of the world. It has to be somebody amongst your circle that we need to cross you. We have to get to them in order to get to you. So when it comes to your Facebook friends and things like that, you have to be careful because these are people that can be conjured and brought and induced into a program to assassinate your character. So you have to keep your circle small or don't have a circle at all because they can use those that are close to you to get you. That's the story of Jesus and Judas. You know, you have to go amongst them and sell him out. And that's what it is. So now you see that he's associated with these people who's associated with Freemasons. Why are you trying to destroy who I am? What is so important about me that'll make you want to destroy my character, which I know that it's something very, very, important, and it's evident. When you see them, you see the same symbol. When you see young Pharaoh, you see the same symbol. When you saw falsehood, you saw the same symbol. What is so important about them that want to overshadow somebody like me that really that bears this symbol? Think about it. Why would you try to overshadow a person that bears the symbol? I had the symbol. You gotta understand. This symbol was given to me by the divine. This ain't something that I just want to put on and be a part of something. I wouldn't join none of you. I don't feel connected to you. I don't have no connection to you. I don't feel no kind of soul connection to you. I don't have no connection to you. I would never join you. I would never side. I would never say, you're right and I'm wrong. I don't even care nothing about what you got going on. That's the bottom line. I would never join whatever it is that they have set up, because I'm a completely different being. If they was the same as me, they would come see about me, and I would definitely go see about them. But I feel no connection to them. I feel that is something wicked inside of these people that's operating inside of these people, and it's just not right. Like I said, whether it don't matter who it goes from, it seems that these are scripted. Not even seems. I know that these people are scripted people, and they have a plot and a ploy to destroy real righteous beings. So what I said, the chosen ones are being killed off, replaced by broken ones, orchestrated by the Freemasons. They got the smoking gun. That's how it goes. The real chosen ones are being overshadowed by broken ones, the people that they can control. You couldn't control me. There's nothing you could do to control me. There's nothing you can do to control me. And that's the bottom line. I can never be controlled. I can never accept something that just doesn't sit right with my spirit. I can't speak or preach about something that doesn't sit right with my spirit. Then that's just the way it is, and that's how I am. But you go down his page, you see that he's associated with whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is, but he is, and it's right there. It's right in front of your face. First, he says that it's the Illuminati. It's the Illuminati recruitment officer. And then you have him in cahoots with those that bear the double ankh, and that goes underneath a coat of what you want to call the Nubians, but using ancient Egyptian theme ancient Egyptian themes. See, reincarnation is real. If it wasn't real, there'll be no religions based on reincarnation. Christ is reincarnation. When people waiting for Jesus to come back, they're waiting for Jesus to reincarnate. Whether you're dealing with Buddhism, whether you're dealing with Hinduism, whether you're dealing with anything that has something to do with somebody coming back, that's dealing with reincarnation. I'm a reincarnated being. And who I am must be that real powerful being that they are trying to proclaim to be themselves. Like you heard young Pharaoh say that he's a real Pharaoh, I'm a real Pharaoh. No, you got to understand, at one point in time, they was killing the Pharaoh's kids. So what made them stop killing the Pharaoh's kids? This is biblical. They was killing the Pharaoh's children. So who are the Pharaoh's children? In order for you to understand who Egyptians are, who the Greeks are, who the Romans are, you have to understand their ways in action or their natures. The Egyptians had style, they had swag. So the people that you see today with style and swag, these are even though all blood is all intertwined and mixed in with everything and there's no purity no longer, the real descendants of the Egyptians are those that have a natural knack to swag. The real descendants or the real people that are associated with the Greeks are into pedophilia and homosexuality. This was their thing. You can go and check out whatever they were about. They were about demasculating men and having sex with children. They were very, very homosexual and pedophilia orientated people. And then you had the Romans who had the thrill of torturing people, sacrificing people or crucifying people or feeding people to animals and stuff like that. They had a thrill of seeing death. They had filled auditoriums and big coliseums just to see people get mauled and eaten by lions. These are Romans. This is what the Romans does. So if you see that there's a trilateral thing going on, especially in certain industries like, hip hop, Hollywood, all this stuff, then you see that who's behind what. It's a trilateral of people. You have one that is swagged out. You have some that is homosexual and pedophiled out. Then you have some that is about straight torture, homicide, and violence. They have a violent nature. So these are who people actually are. So with me, I know that I'm good. My heart is good. I'm a very forgiving and loving person. So I know that I am a child of God. If God is good and you are a good person, you are a loving, caring, nurturing person, then you are a child of God. You don't have to join a religion to be a child of God. You don't have to side with these people to be a child of God. You are a child of God because that's just who you are. You're just a child of God. You're a child. You're a seed of that. That's where you come from. You come from love. You don't even hate these people. You don't hate Woogie. I don't hate Woogie. I don't hate the Nuwabians. I don't hate none of these people. I don't know why they hate me. I don't know why they're trying to overshadow me. I don't hate, again, young Pharaoh. I do not hate them. I do not hate him. I do not hate nobody that's on these platforms that's trying to overshadow or shadow ban me or none of that. But what I'm going to do is make my understanding understood. And I see that all these people play a role in that. Like I told you, when my cousin when I went to Georgia and my cousin tried to serve me to Nature Boy and them. Nature Boy, and you see on Master True's hand, he has a pyramid with the eye just like everybody else bear. This is a cult. This is a cult based around a certain thing. The cult is not above the being. If I'm the being, the cult is not above me. So if you're trying to continue to try to take me out to be something that you're not, then you're only going to continue to fall because you can never be somebody that you're not or something that you're not. And the truth will always manifest itself wherever it is. The truth will always manifest itself. This is not no, no, this is me standing in my truth. What I do know, I went somewhere and these people showed up. And my cousin was in cahoots with them because I was the same thing with Woogie. The divine let me know, yo, don't trust your cousin. Your cousin is with them. Your cousin is with that too. And I told you I overheard my other cousin. You're going to be spying on Nuck, what they used to call me. You're going to be getting paid. I've overheard these things. So, and you hear online, you're not dumb. You're not a fool. You're wise. You have eyes that can see and you have ears that can hear. So you know that everything from the prophetic word to tarot readers to spiritual gurus, or all these people are in cahoots or associated with Freemasonry in some form or fashion. Because one day I was seeing the one tarot reader and she had on the Masonic ring, and I had another guy, and he used to have a page that I used to listen to, and he always wore the Masonic ring, and he always used to talk. So sometimes I don't even want to see y'all, because it's so simple for y'all to just obey or do what y'all supposed to do, as opposed to doing what you're set up to do. It's so easy for you to just say, you know what, this dude don't even want anything, but we should do what we're supposed to do, by the divine with this guy. And it'd be that simple. But you want to prolong something that you don't even have to prolong, because I'm not that type of being. But what I do know is that I'm not nobody to play with. Any and everybody that play with me, everybody that played with me or that has been a part of trying to destroy me in any form or fashion, they have always, nothing good has ever came to them. Nothing good has ever came to them. So don't think that you can do something to certain people and good is going to come to you, because it's not. It's not going to come to you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're associated with. Playing with good people, nothing good will come to you. But these people have been playing with me for so long. And the thing about that is, they don't even know the magnitude of what divine is. If they did, they would not play with us. They would not play with the divine. The way that you play with the divine, you really shouldn't play with the divine like that, because the consequences and repercussions far outweigh the reward. Even the girl. Even the girl that I've told you about that's been trying to set me up, that drugged me, and been working with in cahoots with trying to destroy me. Like she used to bust through my phone. You're an abuser. You've been abusing me. I'm tired of you treating me like this. Like, yo, who are you saying this stuff for? Why are you trying to say this to make me seem like I'm beating up on you? I'm doing something wrong to you. I just took you out to eat, or just bought stuff for your kids, and I just made sure you was good. Then you just bust through my phone. You're an abuser. Who are you? Who are you working with? You better accept Jesus Christ into your heart as your Lord and personal Savior. Well, you can't listen, first and foremost, before I get off of this, I need to go into detail about that. Jesus Christ is not for everybody. So you can't make everybody accept Jesus Christ. It's in the Bible. It's first and foremost. It's biblical. I'm going to touch on this on the story so I can help a lot of y'all Christians, because Christians really don't get it. But Jesus Christ is not for everybody. Jesus stated his own self. I did not come here for the healthy. I came here for the sick. Not the physician is not for the healthy. The physician is for the sick. I didn't come to call the righteous, but the sinner. And a lot of these books, they'll have, I didn't come here for the self-righteous. I came here for the sinners and people that know. The righteous doesn't need a savior. The righteous is what the righteous is. The righteous will get itself, the righteous will get up if he falls. A sinner will not. The sinner will need something to help him up. That's who needs Christ. You can't impose Christ on everybody. Christ is not for everybody. If you're a righteous being, you do not need anything to help you be righteous. All you need to do is stay righteous within yourself. But that's another story for another story. But this wicked girl that drugged me one time, that has a drug problem, a drinking problem, she's in here. She stays with me. She don't have nowhere to go. She don't have nobody. Everybody turned on her. Everybody, from her mother to her family, everybody turned on her. And the only person that she has that she can rely on is Yoshi. Yoshi opens his door for her because Yoshi has unconditional love. It don't matter what you do to me, I'm still going to love you. People like this has to be protected from the world because our heart is so good that we just are forgiving and loving people. So we are the type of people that have to be protected because we actually have the Spirit of God. You can't have the Spirit of God just roaming and running and walking around the streets and subjected to any and everything. People will take advantage of that because they have a certain animalistic nature that abuse and take advantage of good things. They don't know how to cherish and appreciate good, so they take advantage of it. So, I opened my home up to this girl because she doesn't have nowhere to go, and it's no sex involved, no anything involved. You're trying to help this person get to where they need to be at, but they keep stumbling. They don't want. First, you have to go into a rehab. You need rehabilitation because you have a drinking problem and a drug problem. But I believe those problems are used to mask a sex problem. So I believe that they're all intertwined with each other and they all feed off of each other. Without the alcohol in the arena of guys, you can't have sex. So you need the alcohol to create that environment where you can have sex with guys. Then the drugs has been incorporated into that too. It was crack, with crack. Like, when she came here, I told her, you don't have to give me anything, but you're supposed, I pawned my jewelry. And the reason why I pawned my jewelry was to fund my trip out when I went to Philadelphia to help them with their drug problem. Like I told you, when I went out there, I had to live out there. So the reason why you don't see me with my stars and stuff on is because they're in the pawn shop. They're in the pawn shop. And you could get your stuff out lickety split because, like I say, some of us knows real magic and we can produce money on our own. So in order for you to prevent you from doing that, they'll stop you from producing certain things. So my jewelry is still in there. But the most important one that I needed to get out was this piece right here, because there's a people who knows what this means, and they have to. By all means, they are obligated to acknowledge what this thing is, what this thing right here is. They have to. They have to. They have to. And this is not something that you wear for style. This is a divine symbol that they know what this means. Yes, you know what this means. So she's in here. She's in here right now. And the only person that hasn't turned on her is somebody who knows that, it's nothing that I can do to hate a person, regardless what you do. The girl drugged me up. She robbed me. She slandered me. She lied on me. She said I raped her daughter, and no matter I don't know how many people she done told that to, but she said I raped her daughter, you know, and these people are in cahoots with the Freemasons. Because the other day she got into it with her mother. Like, I already knew that. But the other day she got into it with her mother, and she mumbled under her breath. Listen to me. Excuse my French. She said, "Fuck you and the Freemasons." She told her mother that in a text, but she said it out loud. And fuck you and the Freemasons. You know? So, yeah. Freemasons know who I am. I know who I am. You know who I am. You do. You know who I am. Uh, I'm, 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 I'm just waiting for a sincere apology from you, and that's all I require. I don't require no compensation, no money, no anything. I just want a sincere apology from you. That's all. That's all. A sincere apology. Whether you want to do it publicly, whether you want to, slide in my inbox, whether you want to come on this channel on YouTube and apologize or whatever it is. I just want a sincere apology. I feel as though I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy of that. You know, cause when I went out to Philly, I found out a lot. That's why I'm not upset that I put my jewelry in a pawn shop to fund that venture, to fund that. I'm not upset because I found out a lot. I found out that all the drugs and all the stuff that was going on out there, the Christian church was behind, that the Masons was behind. I found that out when I was out there. And they knew that. They knew who I was when I went out there. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Y'all knew who I was when I went out there. The police knew who I was when I went out there. And they told me that the people out there told me their own self. The Illuminati pays us to be out here. The Illuminati is the Freemason. They pay them to be out there. Each and every individual to be out there. And the fentanyl and the going around recording the people is an epidemic out there. And I was being gang stalked. These people are gang stalkers. All the people that you see riding around recording the videos, these are gang stalkers that was out there. That's why me personally, I'm not feeding into any more gang stalking videos and targeted individual. I'm not giving y'all no more energy. I don't making no more targeted individual videos and talking about targeted individuals and giving y'all none of my energy. Y'all not getting no more of that. Y'all know I know what's up. And I know y'all know that. I know y'all know that. So I'm not gonna keep talking about something because y'all want it to be something, a topic to talk about. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. That's all. Do the right thing and stop lying. But yeah, that's Woogie. Woogie, who called himself Pop Wahoo, which is, if when you go down his page, you'll see that he's not he's not giving you no information. He's just sharing the information. He's just sharing the information. In fact, we're going to get into the American gods because what we have is the world trying to overshadow the people that came before them and gave them that knowledge and replace them with new gods. The new gods is whatever's included in the Abrahamic religion. These will be called, considered the new gods that took from the old gods. And the old gods would be anything that from Babylonian to Egypt and all this stuff right here, all intertwined with each other. All that would be that. That's what the old gods would consist of. Anything from there, the knowledge that you had from back then, and now you want to take that and discredit them from having it and create a new structure of it. But that's what the whole American gods is all about. And you'll see in this, and I'm gonna try to break it down for you in a certain, probably give you on how or why they would actually do that, and how they do it, because it's in plain sight. What they got going on is something that's really, is real transparent, and it's all online, and you can see that. Like right now, you can see everything that they're talking about doing to overshadow certain people is what they're actually instituting on, like Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. They'll use you to glorify yourself, as opposed to where you get all this stuff from, where you get everything, where everything comes from, as opposed to you giving credit to where credit is due. You take that credit and turn it inwardly and become a selfish gratitude. Like you just glorify yourself as opposed to giving credit where credit is due. But you thought nah, man, no, you gotta understand. The only thing you can do in order for this, there's a few things that you can do, but one of the key things that you would have to do is something that you would have to do in order for me to, right? So take that into consideration. You feel like apologizing, hey, by all means apologize, or say, you know what, we was right. You was right, we was wrong, or we was just playing. Anything would be acceptable, as opposed to just I don't want to hear you. No, anything is anything that has something to do with you acknowledging, what you've been trying to impose on somebody, is better than not acknowledging it. So we're going to take a little bit of time to show you a couple of things that and who's behind what and why they do it. But nobody's unaware of what's going on. The divine tells me everything. So if you do believe in the divine, please believe that some of us are really connected to the divine. And if we are really connected to the divine, if you say that you're connected to the divine, you should side or aid and assist these people that are having hardship with people that are simply against the divine. In conclusion, that message was in no way a means to discredit or expose people. It's only for me to shed light on what I'm experiencing by a certain source and by a people who I've identified as supposed to be righteous beings, but they have went around slandering and trying to make me seem as though I'm somebody that I'm not. I'm not sure what the end result or what kind of result they are trying to accomplish, but they have sent people into my life to harass me, to abuse me, and in the same sense, make me seem as though that I'm an abusive person. This is something that I experienced, and I experienced my childhood friend Woogie falsehood about me to a certain person, and that has gotten back to me. This is something that has gotten back to me. Not only that, but the divine allowed me to know that there was people that was going around trying to slander my name for whatever reason. They have. I've had people that I've done music with, music videos with hundreds, not hundreds of thousands, but tens of thousands of views, and they have been contacted by certain people, and now those videos no longer exist. No, now those videos no longer exist. This happened to me on 2 occasions. One with a local artist named Sean Fame. He contacted me and wanted to do a video with me. We did the video. It was a professionally done video. And after a while, the video had, a lot of views and stuff like that. And then you go to look for the video. You can't find the video anywhere. You can't find the song anywhere. So it's the people that's contacting people and telling them to shun me, or to try to keep me out of a certain people's view. And I'm not sure why or how you would do that, but they have done it. And I had another guy, and he wants to be a part of that crowd, because I saw one of the people that he be amongst with the tattoo in the store with me, and when he seen me, I seen guilt on his face, like, I seen the look of surprise when he saw me, or that I even acknowledged him. And I saw his tattoo. He had the tattoo, and the best thing to spread is love. Spreading rumors, it's only going to come back to you in the long run. Spreading a rumor about a person is only going to come back to you. That's all that's going to do. Spreading love, if you spread love about a person, that love will be reciprocated in some form or fashion, because this is what you put out. Spreading rumors will come back to you in a negative light. Now, being that you see these beings, this is, like I said, this is not a means to expose anybody. This is me shedding light on what I've experienced by a people that's supposed to be good natured, and that is not good nature. To single a person out, to target them and spread falsehood and misinformation about them. Now, the only thing that I'm requesting at this time is, if you're a part of that fraternity, that cult, that group, or whoever it is, I'm requesting a sincere apology. So that's the means for making that video. You see faces. The faces is behind not accusations, but what I'm actually experiencing. And you see for yourself what's actually transpiring. Now, I'm not sure how you want to do it, but that's the only thing that you can possibly do. You can continue to try to silence a person, but some of us just can't be silenced, and the only way to silence us is, you know how to silence us. And that's just what it is. There's no fear here. There's no, I'm scared. It's a lot of them, so let me fall back and not say anything. No, it's none of that here. But what I do know is that it's a source behind whatever it is that I experienced. So, if you're actually about what you say that you're about, then you know what it is to adhere to ma'at. to justice and order. You know what it is. You know what it is to adhere to that. So if you refuse to adhere to that, then you're just, as fake as everybody else. And if you want to target or pick on people, you should pick on the people that's going around stealing and pillaging from these people that you claim to be a part of. That should be your primary concern, is to get everything back that was stolen from you. Not, it don't matter what you put on. It doesn't matter if you, it's like a person that's from France coming to America trying to be an American, saying that he's a full-grown or full-blown American just because he puts on American hat and says "Make American Great Again," but you're French. You're from France. That's not how that works. It doesn't matter what you put on. If you don't put that on your heart, then you're just not that. And that's all I have for that. This is no means, this is no way a means to disrespect or slander or drag people through the mud. This is just me explaining what it is that I endured by a certain people that says that, their whole primary plight is to make good men better. That's just what that is. So, y'all take that into consideration, and hopefully, we can come to some sort of understanding and agreement on what it actually is. But for now, in the event, you can even take this stuff down with the proper, we sincerely apologize, and we never intended for things to get to that level, but it has. Like I said, I felt it. We feel things. I felt people, snickering about certain things when it came to me. I felt people that used to be in my circle fall back from me, as if they heard something about me that they just was not, it just wasn't what was up. So these are things that I experienced. So that's the whole primary objective, was to allow you to understand what a person like me feel, or what I endured by a certain people that's, supposed to be righteous beings, good and righteous beings. There's nothing good and righteous about going around spreading rumors and slandering people. There's nothing righteous about that. There's nothing righteous about contacting people and telling them to, hey, take that video down. Don't, you did business with him, take that down. And he's supposed to be powerful people. But what they allow me to know is that I am more powerful. If your focus is to destroy me, distract me, slander me, and try to turn people against me, then I'm just that much of a powerful being, or more powerful than you could possibly imagine. So, no, I'm not upset in any form or fashion, and I still love you. There's nothing that you can make me do to hate, and that's just me shedding light on the situation that I've encountered or that I endured. So, peace.